My name is Hannah Klinkhammer, and I was the overall coordinator for State-a-thon in 2017. I danced for Less Goodbyes and More I Love Yous.
My name is Steve Payne, and I was the overall co-chair of USD Dakota-thon in 2015. So I danced to celebrate the accomplishments of our amazing miracle children and their families. My involvement in Dance Marathon started when I was a sophomore in college, actually. I didn't do it when I was a freshman because the word dance kind of scared me a little bit. I'm not a very good dancer, so I don't know what this is all about. But a lot of my friends have said, you know what, just take a chance, do it. I guarantee you, you're gonna love it. So sophomore year, I did it and absolutely fell in love with what it was. It wasn't just dancing, it was much more than that.
How I describe it is a bunch of games. So sometimes you'll play games like life-size Hungry Hungry Hippos, and sometimes you'll play a giant game of leapfrog, and you'll hear miracle stories. We usually have like a big performer come, and a lot of the student athletes will come, and they'll let the miracle kids either put them in a dunk tank or throw a pie in their face. That's always probably one of the most fun parts for the kids. We do lip sync battles and dress up and just silly stuff that the kids and the college students can both enjoy.
It level sets you. You don't understand really the effects that just the story from that can have. Whether you're stressed out about school or work or this presentation you gotta give, and then you go listen to these kids and their families talk about what they've been through, not just last year, the year before, but almost every day, every month. And it's everything that you're worrying about seems very insignificant at that point. Well, our goal was 61,000, and we ended up at just over 84,000. So 56,000 the year before to 84,000 was the biggest jump in USD Dakota-thon's history. And even more important, I guess, from my perspective, than that big jump was the big jumps that have been realized even after our executive board was done. So since then, they've just been continually raising more and more and more, even more than we thought was possible. So to be at least an influence to that culture of success and growth and opportunity is very humbling, and it's something that I still hold very dear today.
My senior year, we were able to raise $151,000. Most people didn't really think that the 150 was going to be achievable, and at times I didn't really think it was going to be either, but we always talk about with Children's Miracle Network, big miracles coming out of places that you can't really imagine, and I think that's what that goal was, and that achievement was really a true miracle. So when I first started, I think we started my first year at about $66,000, and then and probably a couple hundred dancers, and it was so much fun, and I thought that was the biggest it was ever gonna get. And I remember my senior year just looking out across the ballroom and just seeing like a couple hundred people, starting off the day with like over 400 people in one area and doing dances together and just having the same goal. It kind of made me a little bit speechless, to be honest. I could never have imagined my freshman year watching it grow and more than double in our overall numbers. The first year that I saw a runner, he was only a couple years old, and his parents were having to hold him the whole time because he couldn't sit up and crawl around on his own. And now this last few years, he's walking around and he's dancing. He loves to dance, so it's just really cool to get to see him grow up as we have as well.
I've written down a quote, and I think about this all the time, from a young kid, a young miracle kid, speaking to a group of about 300 or 400 college students, and he said verbatim, "Be brave, never give up, and do your best." And that's stuck with me ever since. They go through so much struggle every day in the clinic, in the hospital, in traveling, in everything, and to just be able to be there for the entire day celebrating with us students is a huge, huge accomplishment and should be celebrated.
The families that could stay late enough, they just came up to you and they told you how much it meant. I mean, they put the dollar amount to a face and you were like, I helped another family. My advice would be to set your goals really big, chase those big dreams no matter how scary they are, no matter how long it takes you to get there. Set your goals really big If it doesn't scare you, it's probably a little bit too small.
It's not always going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of hard work and dedication and passion, but you've got to put in the front of your mind at all times, it's not about you, it's for the kids.